Hi, I'm here to talk about X2 X-Men United. I love X2. When it comes to Marvel films of the 2000s, I think that X2 is right up there with Spider Man 2 for best Marvel film of the 2000s. And X2 and Spider Man 2 do have a lot in common, being sequels that are better than the first film. X2 is a brilliant film. It holds up incredibly well. It's a film that I appreciate more now than I did growing up, and I enjoyed it growing up. But I think growing up, I didn't uh, fully realize how sophisticated the plot was, how interesting the different characters are with their different opinions and their different ways of going about things. It's a really fantastic film. One of the best X-Men films, one of the best Marvel films. It really is a fascinating film. And I think that Wolverine actually works as the viewpoint character of the film because of William Stryker being such a big antagonist in the film and Wolverine's history with him. It makes a lot of sense for Wolverine to be the viewpoint character. It's actually a situation where it feels like Wolverine being the protagonist about more than just him being the popular character. He actually really suits the story very well. And he is a great character in the film, and he's able to have a great character arc. The only thing I don't like about Wolverine too much in the film is how he acts to Jean Grey. It feels like he's trying to ruin Jean Grey and Cyclops' relationship, and considering that Jean Grey and Cyclops are in a pretty serious relationship, it feels very odd and makes Wolverine look unlikable for Wolverine to try to mess with that. Aside from that, I love Wolverine in the film. And I love the different viewpoints between Professor X, Magneto, and Stryker. The Professor X Magneto rivalry is already great. My favorite rivalry in Marvel. I love their different viewpoints and how they are friends, but they are also enemies, and they have a very complicated dynamic and different ways of going about things. With Professor X being the symbol of hope, the one who wants to make things better, Magneto being the cynical one who comes from a tragic, sympathetic place but is going about things in an evil, closed minded way. And then throwing in Stryker, who is similar to Magneto at being a closed minded sort of character that comes from a tragic place, but uh, they're on opposite sides of each other, but deep down on a morality level, Magneto and Stryker are very similar. So I think that throwing in Stryker into the Professor X Magneto dynamic was a brilliant decision, and it really made things fascinating. And the viewpoint between the three of them really carries a lot of the film, with Wolverine being the viewpoint character in it. And I think that a lot of the film is very dependent on how great those four specific characters are. Jean Grey does feel like she's more heavily involved in the film than she was in the first film, which is good. Really like her in it. Uh, Rogue doesn't get as much to do as she did in the first film. She still feels important. Uh, there's some decent stuff done with Iceman. Pyro has a very interesting storyline. Mystique has some fun moments. Cyclops really doesn't get enough to do. I think that X2 is such a brilliant, fascinating film. One of the best things to come out of the X-Men franchise. I think that it is a film that really does work on an incredibly meaningful level.